Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. Another day and another drama channel drama. And if something smells a little fishy in the air, or should I say crawfishy, it's because we're going to be talking about the Nick Snider and Shannon Rose drama that went down on Twitter yesterday. And you guys, I'm going to warn you, this video is going to be a little bit longer because there are a ton of screenshots to read through, but luckily for you, I will be reading them out so you don't have to. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on into it. So it all happened when Shannon Rose shared this on her Instagram, and it says, new Patreon video is uploading. Encircled you can see, YouTubers I don't like / trust and why. And then here it says, never thought I would do a video like this, but so many of you wanted it, so here it is. And then she followed that up by saying, YouTubers I don't like / trust and why, swipe up to watch. And as you can see in this video, it looks like the top left is Shane Dawson. I believe the top right is Trisha Paytas. And the bottom right is Nick Snider. And to the left of Nick Snider, it looks like Mango Tea. And I am not sure who the other ones are because I did not pay the $10 to go watch the video. So Nick Snider tweeted a screenshot of the video and said, hi at Shannon Rose, thank you for going on to Patreon and lying about me. Good thing I already made a video with the receipts proving you're a liar last year. I for sure will be revisiting this tomorrow. Get your crawfish ready. And then you can see a comment of Nick on her Patreon that says, girl, you're full of... And Shannon replied saying, I think you want to believe that so you don't feel bad about all the videos you made about me. Not cool, especially after we were cool before all the mango drama. But whatever helps you sleep at night. Shannon then quote tweeted Nick and said, I would really appreciate if you didn't make another video about me while I'm going through IVF. I don't need bullied anymore by you and your followers about something that happened years ago while I'm already going through a difficult time trying to get pregnant. Oh girl, I'm going to look up the word victim in the dictionary to see if your face is next to it. 1. You made a video addressing me. 2. Your drama was from 2019. 3. You're a effing liar. 4. Using IVF as an excuse for your behavior is disgusting. 5. You're still an effing liar. And I'm gonna have to agree with Nick on this. Every time Shannon gets called out for some kind of drama, she always tries to play the victim. Like, in the fact that she is throwing in the don't come at me because I'm going through IVF again, she's done this in the past. And so this is literally just the exact same thing that happened before where she played the victim and tried to say, well, don't come at me for what I did because I'm going through IVF. Like, girl, you're the one that started this. Like, you knew that putting a screenshot of Nick Snider in a video and talking about him was going to stir up some kind of conversation in the drama community because everybody knows how the drama community works. When you talk about somebody, they're usually going to respond. Shannon Rose then quote tweeted that and said, I didn't make a video addressing you. I said I didn't like you because you made a bunch of drama videos about me in the past. 2. What am I lying about? You're making drama videos about me? They are public. 3. My behavior is disgusting? Because I said I don't like you for bullying me? Okay, so the first part of that statement, like you literally said, I didn't make a video addressing you. You talked about him in the video, so you made a video addressing him. Like, I don't understand how you don't see that. And Nick quote tweeted that and said, my face is on the thumbnail. You spent over 2 minutes talking about things that involved me. You're lying about the manufactured drama that you decided would be a good idea to put on your channel, ruining your credibility. Your actions caused others to dig up your animal, and stop playing the victim because you're really showing your... Again. Shannon quote tweeted that saying, would you like to resolve this as adults privately, or do you only care about views and attention surrounding this? I messaged you privately, you are only addressing me publicly. Shannon then quote tweeted this and said, those videos about my past had been addressed years prior. Sanders Kennedy was the first to talk about this years before you made your videos. I've addressed my fetish videos many times, and you know that because we had convos about them in the past. And then someone replied saying, you came at him publicly in a video? So why would he respond to your private DM after the fact? If you had wanted to be adults about it, you would have DM'd him before the video. And Shannon quote tweeted this and said, I did DM multiple times back then and now, but he ignores me. He only addresses me publicly for attention. My video wasn't public, it was on Patreon with less than 2K people watching. Okay, Shannon, I don't think you understand what the word public means. Just because somebody has to pay for something, that doesn't mean that it's not public. Like, anybody can have access to that for just $10. So the fact that you're like, I didn't address him publicly, you put that online, and let's be honest, like, everybody knows that when people put things online and somebody has some kind of juicy info in it, that information is going to get shared. So even if you thought it was private, that information was going to get leaked by somebody. And once that information came over to Nick, I don't know if he paid for the video himself or if somebody sent him clips, then that's his right to address the situation however he sees fit. And since you posted that video online, he decided to take it online. And then Nick tweeted out, "Imagine DMing someone that you talked about saying they want drama and views, but you uploaded a video to your $10 Patreon, placing the thumbnail with a swipe up on your Instagram. People can tell who was in the thumbnail. Miss me with your BS." And then for some reason, Channon was also sharing this stuff on her Instagram, as you can see in this screenshot here. And the fact that she's sharing all of this over on her Instagram just makes me feel like she's definitely doing this for attention and doing this for views, even though she is claiming that that's what Nick's trying to do. Somebody then replied to Nick saying, "She made a video that people suggested. Like, I don't know what y'all smoked, because if she was really trying to start drama, do you think that she would have posted it on a Patreon and not on one of her YouTube channels?" And then Petty Page says, "Oh please, Channon is baiting Nick and he's taken the bait like a weirdo. The person who outed her in the past for animals for gratification and was at Messy Mark, but he hasn't got enough clout for Channon to harvest." And my thought behind this is that I feel like she's trying to draw more attention for people to go over to her Patreon. Even if 10 people went over and paid the money to be able to view this video after all this drama was made public on Twitter, that's an extra $100 in her pocket minus the fee that Patreon takes. And I can completely agree with Paige. Like, she knows that Nick will bring in more views and more attention to her Patreon than anybody else would. And she felt that, you know what, if I talked about Nick in my video, then maybe he'll talk about me, and that's going to draw in more attention to this. And that's literally exactly what happened. So I wonder how many more subscriptions she got to her Patreon after this. Channon then tweeted, "I'm going to publicly forgive at Nick Snider for the videos he's made of me in the past since he won't respond to me privately. I will also say I'm sorry for anything I've done in my past that has hurt or upset you. I would like to end this drama once and for all." And I'm not sure why she's saying that she's going to forgive Nick for all the past videos that he's made about her and all the drama that she was involved in, because he wasn't the only one that was making videos on her. There were plenty of people that were making videos on her, but Nick was the one that was getting the most views, so that's why she's going to him for more attention. But that's just my opinion. Nick then quote tweeted this and said, "You must have had way too much kale juice today. I'm not sure what brought on this level of cuckoo today, but I'll guess it has something to do with the full moon." And he followed that up by saying, "BTW everyone, since at Shannon Rose is on one tonight, I did respond to her DM and let her know it's our final DM. I no longer wish to communicate with her. I also wish her nothing but the best. Hashtag zero time for manipulation." And at this point, since Nick said that he did reply to her DM and said that he no longer wanted to communicate with her, this should have been the end of it. But was it? Of course not. For some reason, Channon just couldn't let it go. So let's continue on with the drama. Channon then quote tweeted that and said, "That's not communicating with someone. It's a two-way street. You don't get to say what you want and then say it's your final DM without giving me a chance to respond. Let's discuss this privately like adults. This isn't high school." And then for some reason, Channon decides she wants to show Nick's DMs, which reads as follows. "You aren't communicating with me by sending me your thoughts and not letting me respond. That's not how communication works, Nick. If you would give me the opportunity to have an actual conversation with you, you might see that we agree on a lot of things. You can't blame me for being upset that you made a bunch of videos about me. I never made videos about you. If you want to talk on the phone, we can go over things privately instead of bringing up old drama all over again. That's really cold. In my video, all I said is that I didn't like you because you made videos about me. The Steven drama is totally separate from you. If you would actually communicate with me so we can resolve our drama, that would be really nice. I am going through IVF and I really don't need stress right now, and I didn't think me making a video saying I didn't like you because you made videos about me would upset you. I figured you knew that. I didn't bring up anything new or say anything bad about you. I want to apologize to you for what I did that upset you in the past anyway, but you never respond to me privately." She followed that up by saying, "You were trying to make a response video about me, talking about Steven and the mango drama, not about me talking about you making videos about me. Come on. Bringing up my fetish from years ago every time you talk about me just goes to show your true intentions." And if Nick wants to make a response video about this whole situation, he is more in his right to do so. You're the one that talked about him in a video, so if he wants to respond in a video, then that's totally his right to do. Nick then shared a screenshot of his DMs that reads as follows. "You must be joking. There is nothing to discuss. No one was even thinking about anything that took place in 2019. You decided to upload that video to your Patreon knowing people are going to send clips, screenshots, etc. So now I'm responding just as you're allowed to respond to anything about you. It's a calculated video and you really showed that by throwing the IVF out to try to stop people from talking about you. So this can be our final DM. I have no interest in a convo. I wish you the best with everything you are dealing with now. And then Nick tweeted a screenshot of his DM and said, here is my only response back to @ShannonRose since she's sharing DMs. Check the date of the message at the top. Just proves no one has been checking for her since summer 2019. Shannon then quote tweeted that from Nick and said, you think making fun of me and calling me crazy is the right thing to do? I'm trying to resolve our conflict like an adult because I don't think it's healthy what we're doing right now for either one of us. I know somewhere you have a heart you're hiding and want to squash this beef. Now, I don't think that Nick should have called her crazy or cuckoo because, I mean, that's just not okay because it's not ever good to talk about somebody's mental state. But I do think it's funny that she thinks that Nick has a heart somewhere in there. Maybe it's cold and dead and she's trying to bring it back to life. But, I mean, at least she's trying, I guess, right? And then Shannon showed a screenshot of Nick blocking her that reads, I tried my best to make amends with him, but he blocked me in the midst of trying to make things right and deal with things privately like adults. I tried. Shannon then tweeted, It's Nick Snider. I'm not the one threatening to make videos about your past mistakes and bringing up your old drama about why you were arrested, etc. Let's not pretend you're a saint, Nick. We have both publicly acknowledged our past mistakes and are trying to move on. I know I am. And then Nick tweeted out a screenshot of the last time he made a video about Shannon Rose and said, blocked her. Before I go to bed, I would just like to point out my last video involving her was over 216 days ago. And then Nick quote tweeted that and said, the difference between us is I don't make excuses for my BS. And by the way, the reason I was arrested seems like a storyline for one of those bargain bin backlot videos from your past. Okay, when I read this, I did laugh. I mean, the fact that Nick is at least joking about his past, and he's like, well, that's like a bargain bin plot from one of your past videos. I mean, I do enjoy somebody who can make fun of themselves while in the process of making fun of somebody else. Shannon then replied to that and said, I have owned and made an apology video, so what are you even saying? We have much more in common than you want to admit. And then Nick replied saying, have a good night. Someone then replied to Shannon saying, Nick Snider is the plague of the drama community. I used to like him, but he ended up being so hateful, nasty, bigoted, and rude. Everything you said about him was true. He knows it. Don't give him attention. It's what keeps him thriving. He loves this. And Shannon quote tweeted that and said, I couldn't agree more. I wonder why he's so angry now. Can't be healthy holding on to all this hate in his heart. Sad. But you literally just uploaded a video on your Patreon talking about YouTubers that you don't like and you can't trust. So clearly you are holding on to hate for him just as much as he apparently is holding on to hate for you, according to you. So I don't understand why you're saying, I don't understand why he's feeling like this, when clearly you are still feeling the same way. And then someone replied saying, I'm confused. If you are trying to move on, then why bring him up now? Just get on with your life instead of bringing up the past. It's not healthy to keep rehashing from the past. And then Shannon quote tweeted that and said, my followers on Patreon asked for the videos of YouTubers I didn't like. That's why. Nothing new was said about him, just that I don't like him because he made a bunch of drama videos about me. Not a big deal. Okay, but just because your followers on Patreon want to see a certain kind of video doesn't mean that you have to make it. And if you want to make that video, you know that including somebody like a drama channel in your video is going to stir up some drama. So I don't understand how you didn't see this coming. I feel like you literally did this to get people to come over to your Patreon and subscribe so they can see the entire video. To me, it was just extremely calculated to get some more subscriptions and some more views over on your Patreon. But that's just my opinion. And then again, for some reason, Shannon takes this over to her Instagram and shares her tweet saying that Nick blocked her. And again, why are you taking all of this over to your Instagram? You clearly are just doing it to get more attention and to get more sympathy from other people being like, oh yeah, Nick is a jerk. He blocked me. Oh, I can't believe that Nick didn't want to talk to me and resolve this. If he doesn't want to resolve anything, he doesn't have to, and you can't force it on him. So I don't know if maybe your subscriptions are down or if you aren't getting enough views on your channel and you're trying to drag some people over to your channel, but there's absolutely no reason to be sending this over to your Instagram at all. Alright, you guys, well that's everything for this video, so I'd love to know what you think down in the comments below. What do you think about this whole drama as a whole? Like, do you think that this is just ridiculous and over the top for absolutely no reason? Do you think that Channon should have included Nick in the video and he is just blowing this out of proportion? Or do you think that Channon is doing this to draw more attention over to her Patreon and to get more views? What do you think about her sharing this on her Instagram? Do you think that she's just trying to gain more sympathy for this whole situation by including this on another platform? Do you think that all of this drama should have just been dropped when Nick sent her a DM saying, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Basically, please stop talking to me. And then she continued on? Or do you think that she just really wants some kind of closure with this whole situation to be able to move on with her life? Because I feel like she doesn't have closure and maybe that's what she's looking for. I don't really know. The only one who knows for sure is Channon. But I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit that big red subscribe button and also hit that bell icon and set all of your notifications to on so you'll be notified of every time that I upload a new video. Alright, that's everything for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!